In 2025, the 10 richest people in the world include Steve Ballmer, who ranks 10th with a net worth of several billion dollars. At 68 years old, this American is well known for being Bill Gates' college buddy and best friend. His wealth comes from being a successful businessman and investor. He served as the CEO of Microsoft from 2000 to 2014 and also owns the Los Angeles Clippers basketball team. The famous NBA, or National Basketball Association, has a well-known team, and then there's Ballmer Group, which is their investment company that pretty much handles all their business. Back in the 80s, Steve Ballmer started working with his friend Bill Gates, and when Bill stepped down in 2000, Steve was made the CEO. During his time as Microsoft's CEO from 2000 to 2014, the company saw massive growth and the value of Microsoft stocks skyrocketed. That's what it's all about. During this time, he made $120 billion from his company, which is about 36 lakh crore in Pakistani currency. However, the company's success isn't really due to him, but because of the hard work of other people. Today, he has various sources of income, including Microsoft, his own basketball team, the Los Angeles Clippers, and an event complex called the Forum. Right now, he's worth $145 billion, which is around 83,500 crore in Pakistan, making him the 10th richest person in the world. Number 9 is Warren Buffett, with a net worth of $146 billion at the age of 94. Warren Buffett is an investor, businessman, and philanthropist from America, often called the world's #1 stock trader. He's famous globally because he owns the most Coca-Cola stocks out of anyone. To give you an idea of his wealth, in just 2024, he made $770 million from his investment in Coca-Cola, which is about 23,100 crore Pakistani rupees. He's also the CEO and chairman of the well-known Berkshire Hathaway company, right alongside all the other billionaires on the list. Warren Buffett has always come from a super wealthy family, just like his dad, who was also a billionaire. In his 94 years of life, he's been married to 2 women, Susan Thompson Buffett and Astrid Menks Buffett. By 2025, Warren Buffett is considered one of the biggest investors in the world. His company, Berkshire Hathaway, used to be a textile manufacturer, but later shifted its focus to investments. He's one of the most powerful businessmen out there and is often called the grandfather of all billionaires today. Sources of income include stocks and securities, which are at the forefront. They've also made a lot of money from health insurance. According to Warren Buffett, he reinvests most of his profits and gives very little back to shareholders. He's the 9th richest person in the world, alongside famous companies like Apple, Coca-Cola, Bank of America, and MasterCard, with a net worth of $2 billion. At number 8 is Bill Gates, worth $165 billion, 69 years old, from America. Bill Gates is one of the richest and most famous people in the world. Bill Gates is one of those people that everyone knows. He was the richest man in the world for 17 years straight. Back in the 1990s, he became the first person ever to have a net worth that crossed $100 billion. He started making money through computer coding with his school friends by forming the Lakeside Programmers Club in the 1970s. On November 26, 1976, he co-founded Microsoft with his buddies from Harvard University. After that, he completely focused on his business instead of staying at Harvard University. He married Melinda French on January 1, 1994, who used to work for him at Microsoft. After 27 years of marriage and 3 kids, even the world's richest and most powerful man ended up getting a divorce because Melinda wasn't happy with the way things were. Bill Gates was always meeting with women from his company, Microsoft. Now, in 2025, Bill Gates has many sources of income. But the stocks from Microsoft are still the biggest. He's still the biggest shareholder at Cascade. They have their own personal investment firm that deals with automotive retailer AutoNation, plus a think tank and research company called B3. They're also involved with Canadian National Railway CN. On top of that, they own the Charles Hotel in Massachusetts and the Ritz-Carlton in San Francisco, both part of the same company. He's one of the largest landowners in America, owning a whopping 242,000 acres of farmland. They also have a stake in Republic Services, a waste disposal company. The tractor manufacturing company is Dairy & Kobe. So, we can say that Bill Gates is still sitting pretty. Number 7 is Sergey Brin, with a net worth of $178.8 billion at 51 years old, from the USA. Sergey Brin is a computer scientist and businessman from America who has lived all over the world. He used to teach at Stanford University, where he met his friend Larry Page. They became great friends and quickly worked on the idea for a large-scale hyper. They also wrote a paper called Textual Web Search Engine. After that, over the next few years, they used basic HTML programming skills to invest in Google 2 shares, and they are also the controlling shareholder and board member of Alphabet. Over the past 20 years, they've sold over $11 billion in shares. On top of that, they are the owner of a high-tech airship project called LTA Research. Today, they're ranked 7th on our list, with a net worth of $178 billion, which is about 50,400 crore Pakistani rupees. Number 6 is Larry. Larry Page has a net worth of $178 billion and is 51 years old. He's from the USA. Larry Page is the guy who co-founded Google with Sergey Brin, and both of them are now among the richest people in the world as owners of Alphabet. He was also the CEO of Google during 2 different periods from 1995 to 2015. After dating Marissa Mayer for several years, he's now happily married to actress Lucinda Southworth. Larry Page lives in Palo Alto, California, in an impressive 9,000-square-foot Spanish-style home. He owns an architecture house, and that single home is worth around $8 million. Back in 2011, he bought a super yacht called Senses for $45 million, and it's 193 feet long. Besides that, he owns a bunch of private islands, including Hans Lalik Island and Stadia Island, as well as Ko Note and Tavoro. Through his companies Kitty Hawk and Opener, he's working on flying car technology, so you can expect to see cars flying in the air pretty soon. Number 5, Larry. They also wrote a paper called Textual Web Search Engine. After that, over the next few years, they used basic HTML programming skills to invest in Google 2 shares, and they are also the controlling shareholder and board member of Alphabet. Over the past 20 years, they've sold over $11 billion in shares. On top of that, they are the owner of a high-tech airship project called LTA Research. Today, they're ranked 7th on our list, with a net worth of $178 billion, which is about 50,400 crore Pakistani rupees. Number 6 is Larry. Larry Page has a net worth of $178 billion and is 51 years old. He's from the USA. Larry Page is the guy who co-founded Google with Sergey Brin, and both of them are now among the richest people in the world as owners of Alphabet. He was also the CEO of Google during 2 different periods from 1995 to 2015. After dating Marissa Mayer for several years, he's now happily married to actress Lucinda Southworth. Larry Page lives in Palo Alto, California, in an impressive 9,000-square-foot Spanish-style home. He owns an architecture house, and that single home is worth around $8 million. Back in 2011, he bought a super yacht called Senses for $45 million, and it's 193 feet long. Besides that, he owns a bunch of private islands, including Hans Lalik Island and Stadia Island, as well as Ko Note and Tavoro. Through his companies Kitty Hawk and Opener, he's working on flying car technology, so you can expect to see cars flying in the air pretty soon. Number 5, Larry. Larry Ellison has a net worth of $195 billion and is 80 years old. He's from the United States and is one of the 5 richest people in the world, having made all his money from software. For the past 50 years, he's been the CEO, Chief Technology Officer, and Executive Chairman of Oracle Corporation, which is one of the biggest software companies globally. They were the first company to create software for ATM machines, and he sells database software, with Oracle Database and cloud computing being the top products. Larry Ellison is 80 years old today, but he's still super fit. Over the last 60 years, he's been married 6 times. Larry is also the owner of 40% of Oracle, and on top of that, he's a major shareholder in Elon Musk's electric car company, Tesla. He owns a ton of luxury properties around the world, including his private island in Hawaii, which he bought for $300 million. He's really into cars too, and some of his most famous ones include 8 McLaren F1s, worth around $5 billion. With a net worth of 850 billion crores, he is also the 5th richest person in the world. Number 4. Bernard Arnault. Net worth $210 billion US. Age 75 years. Country France friends. Bernard Jean. Arnault is a businessman, investor, and art collector from France. He is the founder, chairman, and CEO of a company called LVMH, i.e. Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, which is the world's largest luxury goods manufacturing company. Today, he is running his company along with his sons and daughters, and the market value of his company is more than $500 billion. This company also controls 60 subsidiaries, i.e. small companies, which also include the world's top 75 luxury brands. You will be very surprised to know that the world's top famous brands like Christian Diorama, Shea, Fendi, Celine, Kenzo, Tiffany, Bulgari, Loewe, Tug Heuer, Marc Jacobs, Stella McCartney, Sephora, and Loro Piana are also his own brands. These include Princess Twos. They have their own company that makes and sells luxury motorboats. Apart from this, they also have their own Royal Van Land shipyard. It is a shipbuilding company that builds and repairs ships of every size and sells them. He has his own capital firm, Ale Ventures, which looks after his other investments all over the world, and today, he is the 4th richest man in the world with a net worth of $210 billion US, i.e. Pakistani 63 lakh crores. Number 3. Mark Zuckerberg. Net worth $246 billion US, age only 40 years. Country America friends, Mark Zuckerberg is the 3rd richest person in the world who is much younger than all the other people on our list. He was born in 2004 and is also the father of 3 children. The Social Network was a 2010 film in which he was shown as a villain. In 2012, he bought the famous social media platform Instagram too for just $1 billion. Apart from this, he also buys Threads and WhatsApp with the help of Meta. Net worth $256 billion US, age 61 years. Country America friends. Jeff Bezos is the 2nd richest man in the world. He is a human being and he wants to do Amazon in. Here we would also like to tell you about this car Patty that during the year 1993 to 2019, he was Mackenzie Scott. He was also the husband of a woman, but when his wife found out that he was having a secret affair with Lawrence Sanchez for many months, his wife divorced him and also took $35.6 billion from his property, i.e. Pakistani 10,680 million crore rupees, and in this way it proved to be the most expensive divorce in the history of the world. Blue Origin is also a company of Jeff Bezos, which is an aerospace manufacturer and has also started the work of suborbital spaceflight services, i.e. space flights. His company is worth more than Amazon.com, and while Bezos is its 11% owner, he also has a stake in other companies, Cloud Paper Evergreen and Nextdoor. Along with this, he is also the owner of Washington Post, which is the most famous and oldest daily newspaper in American history, and today, Jeff Bezos is the 2nd richest man in the world, with a net worth of $256 billion, i.e. Pakistani 80,000 crore rupees. Number 1 is Elon Musk's net worth $430 billion US, age 53 years, country America friends. In February 2025, Donald Trump has once again become the President of America, and the big reason for his success is that he had the help of his best friend, Elon Musk. Due to this, with the rise of Donald Trump to the president, the stocks of Elon Musk's companies, Tesla and Space One, rose from the ground to the sky in a single day, and today Elon Musk is moving towards becoming the world's first trillionaire with a net worth of 430 billion US dollars, i.e. 1 crore 29 lakh crore rupees, while his company SpaceX is trying to conquer the space and send humans to Mars, and for this reason, today he is trying to change the atmosphere of Mars. The Boring Company, xAI, Neuralink, and OpenAI are some of his other ventures from which he earns a lot of money. In October 2022, he is running Twitter.com. In December 2025, with the help of SpaceX, his net worth increased by $50 billion. Axis One is his company which is doing research on artificial intelligence. In his 53 years of life, Elon Musk has become the father of 12 children so far, and these children are the product of 2 wives and many girlfriends. Today, in February 2025, he is having fun with Natasha, 62, who is a young Australian actress, and we have already made a detailed video about Elon Musk, which has received more than 1 million views due to your love, and you will find the link of this at the end of today's video. Friends, to watch more amazing videos, please subscribe to the Talk Show channel.